best bits and worst bits so far about pre-season?
I think in terms of the worst bits, the kind of first block is always the worst bit. So there's a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, and then a lot of off-pitch kind of conditioning as well. So that's always kind of a bit of a grueling time and a time you've really got to pull together as a team. But I think that kind of builds that kind of teamness and cohesion as well, and kind of driving each other forward. Best bits is definitely kind of days like today, so when we're coming together and getting closer to the season and kind of starting to see that work that we've put in, and having the opportunity to come against like a class opponent like Quins, and yeah, just this kind of like now getting excited towards the season starting.
I was going to ask you a question about the fact that you've had 2 pretty great seasons in the Premier 15 so far. You made the playoffs last season. Can you believe how far the club has actually come from having to draft players in and finding players, students around campus, that sort of thing, before the Premier 15s started, to now obviously making the playoffs last season and going from strength to strength?
Yeah, I can believe it just because of kind of the energy that's been put in from day one. The staff that we've got here are just so passionate about what we're trying to achieve and what we're driving as a squad, and the girls that we've had in from day one, and as you say, the girls we've recruited along the way are all really buying in. So we have been quite successful in a short period of time, and that is just down to, you know, the hard work put in by both the team and the team behind the team. So I think there's still big things to come from us.
Definitely. And you were an actual student yourself. How far have you seen the university's women's section come along since you were a fresher?
Yeah, so I was a student. I think this is my 10th year as part of Loughborough Sports, so quite a long time ago. And I didn't actually play rugby when I was a student. So in terms of the kind of facilities, the kind of staff that we have available and what we can really put on for teams is just night and day compared to when I first started, and that is what makes the difference kind of in terms of trying to achieve these high performance levels and compete at this level. And I think Loughborough is kind of an incredible place for any athlete to come, and I think that is part of why we have achieved what we have so far. So yeah, no, it's incredible what we've like how Loughborough's come on over that time.
Yeah, very impressive, and Reese has obviously been a fantastic part of all that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask some questions about the new signings you've made from Waterloo, and you signed Rachel Woozy, Kat Hobson's come from DMP, and obviously Lark Davies. And you've also managed to re-sign a number of top England players like Katie Damon, Hayley McLean, Emily Scarrett. What is it about Loughborough that attracts these top players and continues to attract them?
I think it's a mixture of things. I think obviously our programme has kind of come on massively in the 2 seasons that we've had, which is a massive kind of driving force for these players who really want that kind of professional setup. So in terms of kind of re-signing those girls, and I think seeing kind of how far we've come in that short period of time is probably something that is attractive to someone like Lark, and she's come in and been fantastic and really just fitted in straight away. So I think it is a little bit about kind of the programme we've set up, but also obviously Loughborough is just an incredible place to be as an athlete, so I think that is a big drawing factor as well.
And what can we expect from Loughborough Lightning this season?
Hopefully go one better, so we always want to kick on and just keep pushing that kind of performance standard. We just want to keep developing as a team and as individuals, so really driving that development. I think you'll see kind of more strength and depth potentially, so we've managed to recruit a large number, not necessarily those big names, but the depth of our squad's really improving, so I think hopefully you'll see some of our younger girls coming through, but hopefully in terms of performances we want to just keep pushing on and do one better than last year.